to share my shame with everybody.
Alright, so you're clicking to get off the platform. That's great, because you've got to get there before the enemy team does. Okay. Huh. Okay. So they clearly have that worded. Good guess. Alright, so generally speaking, it'd be a good idea for you to drop your word back here.
Hmm.
So that way, if they do a late invade, you can spot it out.
Hmm.
Because you don't really need your ward until after your support's ward will come back. Like, your support will drop the ward for the river.
Hmm.
And then you'll be on the next ward after that. You alternate wards. Oh, man. Harass him. Okay, let me back this up a little bit. Alright, so here's an opportunity. Every time that two people are split this far apart,
Hmm.
where you know that this guy's going to want to come in here,
Just walk.
you've got a predictable path. If you guys just walk this way,
Yeah.
she's going to be forced to leave this CS alone and either move up to cover or you just harass the shit out of him. Best
Hmm.
case scenario, you pinch him between them and take this ground, and then she stays here and he has to go like
I have to
this
split. Yeah.
to get
Okay.
back to lane, right? In a more extreme situation, like if, when you saw him coming in a few seconds ago and she was already there, right? So, like, I'll hit pause and we'll do this again, but right there. Like, if you two both instantly go this way,
Hmm.
he has to go all the way around here.
Hmm.
And then he misses these three creeps and doesn't get level 2.
Hmm. And that's super bad for CyberCon.
Yeah. So that's like the kind of thing that you can create, right? I mean, and look, that is
It's
a
just like a small
yeah,
snowballing advantage.
that is a
But
nothing play, but those kind of things add up. And then whenever you get
yeah.
a kill, level 2, and you like right away when you hit the deal, right? Like you hit level 2, you go all in. He's still level 1. He's gonna die.
Yep.
And particularly when you got this kind of CC, right? Here's another
Hmm.
thing that I wanted to talk to you about. If you should slow CS these first three, because if you leave them alive as long as possible, they will kill these faster. And you don't give them as much time to come in and get the CS. If they're at all late on their like their jungle, if they're late leashing the jungler,
Hmm.
right? Leaving these unhit, these will die faster. You can get an EXP advantage that way.
So I should just be firing on the casters then.
Yeah, yeah, that's fine. Because you'll never kill these before they get there.
Right.
But here's the other thing, it really doesn't matter. Like, you don't want to hard push the first wave anyway. You just want to make sure that they all die and that you're ready for the second wave when it gets there. Because if you
Mm.
hard push the first wave, then this wave will move forward and it'll meet their second wave, like right here.
That's a dangerous spot.
Yeah, and then if you hit level 2 by clearing, you remember level 2 is the first three melee minions of the second wave,
Yep. Yep.
right? So if you hit level 2 right here, you don't have a whole hell of a lot of room to go all in. or right
Hmm.
here is even worse, right? Because tower is significant at level 2, right?
Yep.
So really, you kind of want to slow CS these because you don't want the wave to get away from you. But you
Got
want
it.
to fast CS the first 3 melees of the second
Yeah.
wave
Beat them to level 2.
and beat them to level 2. And I mean, how quickly you clear this wave will matter when it comes to clearing the second wave, right? Because if they're still working on the first wave and you're working on the second wave, obviously you're ahead, right?
Hmm.
So if you are going to do some damage, do it to these 3. And,
Got it.
CS these 3, but don't like hard shove it. He should not be using these stacks.
I usually like it when the melee support uses the stacks on the three the first three of the second wave, just because it like can catch people off guard, like
that
especially in
and
silver.
that's what I was saying is you want to save, like, this isn't coaching for you necessarily, but for
Yeah.
him, you want to save your stacks for the second 3, right?
Yeah.
The only reason you should use stacks here is if you took damage, or if you like were gonna miss the CS. It's more important for you to get the CS than it is for you to quick clear the,
Mm.
or execute clear the second.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. All right. Okay. Your camera control is bad. Your camera should be like this.
Okay.
Because this is all wasted information.
Mm-hmm.
Because you could have that much more down back here. Because if he goes in,
Okay.
he's off your screen almost. You can't even see what's going on here.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to like slide your camera down. Does that make sense? Because I mean, look,
Yeah.
if you parse all this out, right? If I added this to this, then you would lose that much of your screen. It's just gone, right? Not necessarily all this, but like that much of your screen is
Yeah.
literally gone.
Not ideal.
Right. So, does that make sense why I'm saying that? Like
It's
constantly
almost
move the
like I
camera.
was playing with a third of my monitor off.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying,
Okay.
right? Like
Yeah.
that's you're putting yourself at a disadvantage.
Yeah.
So,
I got it.
okay. And that's like a super common thing. See, like you just fixed it.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Like
Yep.
look at how much more information you got right away, right? Even then, this is still wasted information, but you can't really help that, right? Your camera could be like this, but I don't mind.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind this. This is fine. Okay. Because if a gank's coming in this way, you kind of need to see it, but that's so you could go up a little bit, but this is fine. I'm nitpicking.
Yeah. I mean, like every little detail is important for me to try to
That's good.
pick up.
Okay, you're too far back.
Mm-hmm.
So right when you were CSing this minion, you went from being here because she started harassing you, right? And so
Mm-hmm.
you fell back this way. You should have just moved this way.
Okay.
And the reason I say that is like you want to move out of the path of the feathers, right? But you are
Mm-hmm.
literally one minion from hitting level 2, and they have to kill
Yeah.
this one, and this one.
Okay.
So you're gonna hit level 2. He's gonna try to all in, or he should. I mean, it's silver. He might not, but he
I just should
should.
have had a better count on
But
their
you are
level.
you're a flash and an E away from even being in auto attack range.
Mm-hmm.
When if you were standing here, you're you're much closer. Also, let's see what happens before I say this next thing. Okay, this is what I was afraid of. You know you're going to hit 2 off this. You just
Mm-hmm.
CS'd it. Your cursor's already moving backwards. See, because you turned around,
Mm-hmm.
right? you should have like autoed, moved in, autoed, moved in, CS, level 2, go.
Got it.
You see what I'm saying? Like, you know you're about to hit this power spike, and you want to abuse the shit out of it, and you want to be in a position where the second you CS this
Yeah.
minion to death, you're in engage range already.
I just need
Because,
to be more
like,
confident in the jump.
yeah. Well, I mean, the big problem, like, the big and by the way, look at where the minion line collapsed. Remember me
Yeah,
telling you that if
exactly.
you push
Pretty much
level
where you
1
said
too
it
hard?
would if I
Yeah.
shoved it too hard.
Yeah. So remember, you want this power spike. You're about to get it, and then you want to engage instantly, right? Do not hold anything back on this. This is the biggest power spike in the game right now. So you want to be able to instantly level up and instantly be shoving it into them, right? Because
Hmm.
the big silver mistake is I know I'm going to get level 2 and then I can go all in. But I'm back here when I get it. I drew a line through you and your support.
Hmm.
You're back here. This is where the minions meet. This is engage range. You're nowhere near that, right?
Hmm.
So even if you hit level 2, all you're going to do is move at them, and then they're going to go, oh shit, he hit level 2, and they're going to move back. And nothing happens because you weren't ready,
Got it.
right? But if you're
Yep.
here, they don't expect you to hit level 2. They're going to stay right here. Then you're going to be level 2, and you're going to harass like that much off his health bar instantly.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's like Q auto, E auto,
Mm-hmm.
and Rakan still won't have two to be able to leap
Yeah.
on me.
Won't be able to do anything to you. And you've got Nautilus. So if he tries to do anything, he's going to get screwed for it. Okay. Hey, good job. What am I happy about?
I instantly leveled up my ability.
Oh, yeah, you did. Wormlax doesn't even do that shit. Good job.
Okay. Oh yeah, yeah. I remember you guys harassing him on one of the podcasts for that.
Yep. Yeah, we totally did. And he deserved every bit of it. That was a little bit slow, and you've got him. He's dead. He's dead. Okay. Okay. So you E out here. That's going to hit. Now, okay. Now okay. Why are you taking steps backwards? You took a stutter step from here to here.
Hmm.
You should be taking a stutter step to here. Look at his health bar. Right? Your Q
Hmm.
is going to be up in 4 seconds. If you just auto attack, you have a Q, he's dead. She's got a heal, so let's throw that in the mix, right? So she heals, he'll go up to here. You can still 1 Q, auto attack, auto attack, auto
And then
1 Q,
Ignite will finish.
and then that's it. And
Yep.
then yeah, Ignite's also there. So
Right.
you've also got Flash. So even if you end up getting too close, you can flash out. There is no reason not to kill him here. He walked into you. See, look at that health bar. Like if you had kited forward, you'd be right here right now.
Hmm.
And you're still in auto attack range. And then he's going to have to flash out. Then you can flash and hit that. Maybe even get a kill if you land your Q. By the way, I don't like the TP. Not when you're playing like a traditional bot lane. It makes you too weak in 2v2s. If you lose this fight, it's because you didn't have heal. The TP meta horseshit is for mages, by the way.
Mm.
And I don't even really like it then, because you get so much out of heal. But regardless. Maybe I'm just holdover on the new air quotes meta, but it sucks.
I have thoughts on it, but we can chat about it after the match.
Yeah. Okay, so Nautilus suicided there. That's not necessarily your fault that he did that, because he didn't account for heal. Okay, I would have saved the Q for the big one.
I think I was trying to go for it, and I missed. I'm pretty sure I just
Oh,
whiffed on it.
okay. Well, you can get it
But yeah,
now. Get it now, quick. Okay, that'll do. They'll just let you have it. Okay, so coaching and counter coaching, right? Let's
uh-huh.
say that you were not you and you are them.
You know,
Where should you be standing?
Zaya should be up by the it's the minion that's underneath the play button, and Rakan should be like jumping on me, pretty much.
Zaya should be at least on this line,
Hmm.
and Rakan should be up here. And you should not be allowed in
I
EXP
should be
range
outside.
of any of this.
Right. I
EXP
definitely shouldn't
range.
have gotten the cannon.
No, they should never let you. They should have just went straight forward, both of them straight forward to push you all the way out. Your support's dead. You're under leveled. They're both level 3. The best thing that could happen is they try to fight you right now. So, anyway, that's not coaching you. You should do exactly what you did, which is stay in as much as they let you, right?
Yeah.
Like you've got an escape, nothing bad is really going to happen. That's fine, right? But they should not let you do this. Okay. Good ward. Oh,
Yes.
yeah, I thought you were going to
Unfortunate.
hit that. See, now they're doing it. Okay, you need to be careful with that. You
Since he can leap to her and then jump on me.
not even saying that.
Oh,
Purely because of minion placement. So, if you trade here, you're going to aggro like all these guys.
5 casters.
And this is a opportunity point. Like if I'm them, I'm wanting to trade with you as much as possible because if I trade with you, you're going to tank all this damage in addition to whatever we trade. And our
Hmm.
trades are pretty even. These two, unless you E, the trade is pretty even.
Mm.
Actually, she'll get the better end of the trade if she pulls her shit back through,
Right.
right? But
Right.
regardless, it's pretty even trade for me, and you're going to tank all this. Like, there is always an opportunity to hard engage whenever all the minions are moving forward. This is
Hmm.
a danger point.
Okay.
Because if anybody can catch you, you're going to take a
I'm just gonna
ton of
take a bunch
fucking
of
damage.
basically like 2 or 3 extra auto attacks.
Yeah. So it's not worth it to try to trade or poke or harass
Okay.
when the minions are moving in.
Got it.
I mean, unless like you could hit a Q here and then walk backwards, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? But like, don't be
Right.
doing
Just to like
auto attack trades right
get
now.
a Klepto proc and then walk away.
Right. See, like that was fine, and that's fine. But yeah, he should not be trying to do what he was doing there. That's a really bad point to, because he's level 2.
Right. He could get blown up pretty
I mean, if he gets caught with anything, he's blown up. But
quick.
Rakan already used all of his shit, so that's not. I'm not so much concerned about him getting blown up, but it's like, what are you gonna do if you catch him? You're not gonna win. You don't
Mhm.
have any mana. He doesn't have levels. What's gonna happen here? You know what I mean? Like, look at the amount of damage he took just with that, you know. And he barely even took any beating for that because you're the one that got rooted.
Right.
Okay. So again, remember what I said about catch points?
When the minions are moving forward, you
Yeah,
shouldn't be walking right into
watch
them.
him. Minions are moving forward. And then right there, he stepped back in. He is tanking this minion right now, and I think this minion.
Mm.
I'm not 100% sure. But regardless, when when these two waves collide, it creates a huge mass of minion block. And he can't escape because he can only walk this way.
Mm-hmm.
Rakan realizes that he's going to knock him up. She's going to do her shit. He's either going to die or he's going to take like shitloads of damage. And he's also taking damage from their cannon. That's not, I mean, none of this is good. Oh, this is bad. He should not do this.
Yeah.
You should have flash EQ'd. I think you would have killed him.
Kill Rakan.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Let me look.
I think I got, if I remember correctly what's going on in my head, I got real cold feet when I saw how big the minion wave was.
I mean, that's true, but like you're moving down right now. That's fine. He doesn't get knocked up. Yeah. Right here,
Mm.
you flash to here, E to here. He's going to take that. Q, auto. Dead. Especially if he does anything.
Which I think he lands one more attack.
See, but yeah, he's dead. Flash EQ, dead.
Yeah, okay. I just didn't see it. You're right, I should have flashed forward there.
And look, you're tanking this entire minion wave right now. And if you had flashed past and done that, you wouldn't have tanked the minion wave either.
Mm.
Because they would have been out of your engage range.
Yeah, that would have been huge if I could have picked that up.
Klepto proc. Okay, we're gonna back this up. CSing under tower. You gotta watch where the tower's gonna hit. Right? Like, never should have hit that minion because if you attack it and it moves into tower, you won't be able to CS it. But
Mm-hmm.
before you hit it, it would have taken one tower shot and then you could have just autoed it. Okay, now you do really good on this one of managing because you know that that tower shot is going to
So I
drop
gotta get it to half health so I
from
can get it.
here to
Right.
there. That's what the tower shot will do, roughly, right? So your auto puts it like right there, and then you leave it one from dead. That's perfect, right? This one you're going to have to use an ability on because it'll die to tower,
Mm-hmm.
right? And the rest of these, you can literally, this one even will probably survive its tower shot and be left with like that much, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But the rest of these you can just auto after the, you know, well, it's going to take two autos because you are Ezreal,
Auto, tower shot, auto.
right? So
Right.
you need to be looking at the first one that gets acquired. Like this one you need to work on, like kill it with an ability or something, right? But the first one that gets acquired, you queue while you auto another one to prime it. So watch what I'm saying. So that's good. Now, this one's going. You're going to need to do something about that. Either
Should have
you
E'd.
you can E it. It's
Yeah.
tight because you can't
Because I don't
miss.
I don't have an auto since I just used the auto
Right,
and Q in the last minion.
right. So No, you could have autoed it because you autoed this
Nope.
one. So if you
Yeah,
autoed
okay,
that one,
I
you
did.
probably get your second auto attack off before that
Yeah,
hits.
I would have been able to kill that one.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you totally would have. Okay, this you shouldn't be wasting autos on. And now that this wave is here, everything gets more complex because this one's going to start tanking. It's also going to be the next one that gets acquired because it's the closest to the turret,
Hmm.
right? Like draw a circle around the turret. And then as that circle goes out, well, that's the waviest circle ever, but
I,
which,
I get what you're saying.
so this is the next one, then this one, maybe that one. One of these two is going to take it next, then this one, right?
Right.
So right here, you could have auto E'd this one and probably gotten it. So let's keep going. Okay, so you got that one. This one you need to auto. Then the thing will hit. Then you auto it again. This one is going to start tanking. It'll also be the next one. You need to have your Q ready for that. Then this one, God knows what's going to happen, but you need to be ready. Yeah, your auto came in late. So auto that. Forget this one. You're never going to get it. Auto that one. Q this one. You see what
Yeah,
I'm
I was
saying?
like 0.5 seconds behind on 3 of the minions there at
Oh,
the end.
well, that and literally that kind of shit is just practice. But
Yep.
Ezreal is one of the easiest to farm under tower with. By the way, you were playing with fire there because if that dude has ignite, he can just kill you. Oh my god. You literally have an execute on your auto attacks, Nautilus. Just do it. Throw down
Yeah,
a
it was
ward in that bush.
unfortunate.
Throw down a ward right here. You have 2 wards, and that's useful information. Gives you bush control. Oh, he's dead. There's literally nothing you can do here except get Kleptoprocs. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, he's 3 and they're 4 and 5.
Yeah. That was really dangerous. You never saw him leave this bush. You're still in engage range from a Talia. I didn't see him
So
leave this bush.
didn't
Maybe they
Talia
did.
went off back off to the left? Didn't she walk out to the jungle?
Okay, it's Rakan I didn't see leave the bush.
Rakan's. He leapt in there and then
And then there he
walked out.
goes. Okay, that's fine. Okay, bad
And so
map
you can see
awareness
Talia
on me,
down on
but
the mini map too.
I mean,
But yeah.
even moving up this far, like here's the thing. You moved up from here to here, right? Because you moved that far, you should not have been able to see Rakan leave the bush because your screen would have cut off like this, right? And he could have been in this thing. You being in this range, well, actually, it's more like this range, puts
Hmm.
you at vulnerable to his jumping fucking attack, where he
W.
knocks you up. His
Yep.
W, right? So yeah, that's kind of rough. I mean, I'm being nitpicky here, but be cautious of this kind of stuff. Because
Hmm.
whenever somebody's in the bush, they extend their engage range to however far their W is in this case. All like this whole
It's
area
yeah,
is
gigantic.
danger,
Yep.
right? Whereas right now, this area, you know what I mean? Like that area is danger.
Well, he's
Does
I
that
guess
make sense?
with Zaya where he is, it's more like the back line or where my casters are, right? Because he
Hmm.
can E to her then W forward.
Oh yeah, that's true. Good point.
But that's like super matchup specific.
Well, yeah.
I think it was like maybe just a week before this when I got completely trounced by Zaya Rakan, where I had no idea that their range was so high. That the Rakan engage range was a mile long. I don't see
Yeah,
people exercise it
your
very often.
support's not having a very good. I mean, he's having a rough go.
Yeah.
Okay, you should not be trading right now or flirting with trades right now.
Uh-huh.
You're literally 2v1, and the best thing that can happen is you lose or like you have an even trade against two people. It's just super risky and you're not getting anything out of
Hmm.
it. What? What? Okay. That is a questionable because you didn't really do anything with it, right? Like you're gonna hit a couple of minions and you're not gonna hit him. And even if you did hit him, so what? You've stopped his recall and you've burned a 2 minute ult, you know, and for nothing. These guys are about to crash into you, right?
Hmm.
That's what you want. You want them to crash into you. And then you're gonna freeze it like right here.
Hmm.
And that's just some wave management, right? You gain nothing by hard pushing this. I mean, they're going back and you know that, right? And even if you're trying to wave clear, your ult should have been this way.
Right.
But regardless, even if they're going back, you can't punish their back. The next wave is right there. So you'll have to clear two waves to deny anything to their tower,
Hmm.
right? So then, if that's the case, the best thing that you can do is slow farm this. If Nautilus was a good support, he would stand right here, turn on his shield, and just tank these for a bit.
Just pull him until the wave shows up.
Yep, and then he'd dip
Okay.
out and lose aggro onto the wave. And then you'd freeze the wave right here, like in this area,
Hmm.
right? And that puts you as susceptible to a jungle gank. They have to overextend away from their tower in order to do anything to you. You know, it gives you the opportunity to just deny CS to minions instead of to tower, right?
Yeah,
This is how you catch up whenever you're
that makes sense.
behind. That's dangerous. Yeah. Okay. Your E is a super trump card with Ezreal. If you burn it, you burn safety. The only time you should burn your E is when either A, it can never be punished, right? Or B, uh, you're going to burst somebody to death.
Hmm.
And since neither of those was present in that scenario, do not burn your
Just
E.
walk up, see if you can get a Q, and then
Yeah.
walk back if you can't.
Well, I mean, I would have just let him recall. Ah, don't do that. The dude's
I
been,
was,
he's been
I
having a
recall
shit game.
being fairly tilted by this point in the game.
Oh, I
I'll
mean,
cop to that.
he was having a
That's
shit
not
game,
something
but
I should be doing.
that's not gonna help anybody. It's funny, but it's not gonna help. Yeah, because his 0-3 is not magically gonna get better. What are you talking about? Oh, the two of them versus you. Rakan actually has a lot of damage when he hits his ult,
Hmm.
and you were kind of below the threshold. So like, I tell mid laners this shit all the time. It's like one of the first rules I push on mid laners, right? And that's think about your think about your opponent's health and your abilities as doing a percentage of their health and damage, right? So like,
Hmm.
let's say you land a Q, it's gonna do that much damage, right? I'm just throwing out. I have no idea. You
That's
have
roughly correct with Sheen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you have a Sheen, so it's gonna do about that much damage. Which is what, like 10%?
10, 15, something like that.
Yeah. Okay. So let's say Q is, let's say 15. We'll be generous, right? Now your E, you've got 2 points into it. It's probably also 15, roughly, right? So these are approximates.
Hmm.
Okay. So your auto attack, which you should always factor in, should do, well, you have a sheen. Well, it depends on if you hit your Q or not. So let's say you do hit your Q and I give you 15, right? Your auto attack will do probably 5, 7%,
Somewhere in there. Sure.
right? So you by yourself do 35% damage with your full deal. If you hit your
Mhm.
ult, then that's probably
Maybe,
another 25%.
yeah, 55 or so.
Yeah, so you're floating in the neighborhood of full burst combo with ult is 55 to 60%, right?
Hmm.
And I mean, that's actually pretty good because you're behind, but Ezreal's bursty as fuck with just these, right?
Right.
By the way, if you're gonna buy tier, take W.
Just keep flinging the W to
It
charge it.
well, it just helps you stack,
Yep.
and the base damage on W, it does something. And it's not very much mana.
So um, a lot of the times I've liked taking the first 2 points in E and Q just for the cooldown and damage, but yeah, I flip back and forth is all I'm saying, I guess.
No, I used to do this, and I liked having this kind of burst. I think the burst is actually higher on this, or at
Right.
least it feels
But you're
higher.
definitely not stacking
But
quite
you're
as
not
fast.
stacking this. Like you're not stacking this as much. And there's I don't know. I've gone back and forth, but I've decided I think I like this better.
Hmm.
Particularly if I have these two. You can go 2 points into this, one into this, and one into that, and then three into this. This is
Sure.
always priority,
Yeah.
right? But
Yep.
anyway. But yeah, think about your damage and percentage of health, and then think about your partner's damage as the same thing, right? So if Nautilus lands a Q, you're going to do about 15. His E does 2 ticks. If it hits both ticks, it's probably going to do another 15. And
I'll
his
probably get two
auto,
autos in since he's rooting.
yeah, his two autos will be, let's say, 10. Okay, right there, that's 40%. 40 plus your 60, dead.
Yep.
So if he lands anything and you're close enough to get all of your shit off, you should always go in on that,
Hmm.
right? Keep in mind, you also have, you have to account for a couple of things. They took heal. They took Rakan's shield, right? Well, they didn't take it, but Rakan has a shield. He has two of
Sure.
them,
And his
right?
pop up, I'll interrupt anything I try to do or
Right.
whatever.
Well, his pop up should never hit you. You're Ezreal, you have E,
Right.
right? So that is something you should be thinking about. Like, oh, if he goes in, I'm going to do this. And my finger is always ready on the stupid E button, right?
Hmm.
Because, you should be watching for that animation and then immediately knowing where you're going to go, right? Is that a mechanical thing that you're going to fuck up? Oh, yes. But that should be, what they're trying to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? You should
Their
be,
game plan's clear.
right. And so you need to know, this is what I'm going to do when they do that. But I mean, whenever I say think about your shit as percentage of your damage, it lets you know when you have lethal damage on them. And then at that point, you change your play accordingly. Like, you don't play so far back. You're ready to, trade and engage and blah, blah, blah. And you know when they can take it. Go. Nautilus, go. You need to drink one of your cookies. Or eat a cookie, I guess. Eat a biscuit.
Oh,
EQ, 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 EQ. E. EQ. Okay. That was bad. Okay, remember what I told you.
Right. All the
When,
percentages.
no, not only all the percentages, but when are people most vulnerable for trades?
Waves pushing up. It's
When
like
the
right on top
wave's
of her.
crashing into them. She is literally tanking. Too far. Uh-oh, I broke it. Am I going to have to close this and open it again? Where was I? Is it here? Let's see. No, he's roaming. He
Like
hadn't
it's
done
a
that
little
yet.
bit before. It's somewhere around here. Is not nope.
No, Kazakh's
Nope,
hadn't
no, it's
shown up yet. Is it here?
Nautilus was here with me. Wherever it was.
This is you're dead.
Is me dead.
And this is...
Me getting dead.
okay, so this has got to be after that. Yep, because she just took that trade. Okay, right here. Alright. All of your prereqs are met.
So I should just be going ham right now.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So, like, one, the wave is crashing into her. She cannot trade back with you, or she tanks you and the wave. That's number one. Two, eat your fucking cookie. Look at your health. Look at your mana. You get... That does both of those things. Right? There's no reason to let yourself get low. Okay, so, number one, wave is crashing in. Two, your support's here. He's going to actually even land the Q. Right? You could have, like, okay. If you E to right here, you're in, it'll bounce to her, right? You'll
Right.
Q to her.
Yep.
Her cursor is up here, so if she throws some shit, all of her feathers are going to end up here anyway. And so you're probably going to dodge her feathers, particularly since you're going to keep moving down. So you don't have to worry about any of this. So you just E here, move down. Well, you E, Q auto, and then start orb walking straight down. Whenever
Sure.
you see Nautilus land his shit, ult. Because she has to be rooted for your ult. Why?
She can just pop her ult and leap out of the way while I'm charging it.
Exactly right. So you have to have that root go down to hit the ult. Okay, so right here. Yeah, right.
I should be mashing R right
You should
there.
be E. E, Q. Right here. Then he's going to auto. You EQ and then mash R. Right here.
Okay.
All in one motion. And then he's going to auto. And that's going to lock her down. Then she's going to try to ult away. Because she's caught. See, he fucked that up mechanically. He should not have E'd. He should have autoed. Because the auto would have rooted her. But regardless, that would have been...
My ult should have gone off.
Yeah, you should have hit every button on her. Because
Right.
you guys together would have killed the shit out of her.
Oh.
See, look at that shit. Look at where... Like... Ult. Anything from Nautilus, she's dead. See, if he had realized and you had realized that she's dead, she dies there. Plus, him rooting her would have held her in the minions even longer. He really kind of fucked that up, but regardless, it doesn't really matter. You didn't fire either until it was too late. Okay. The other thing is, remember, your ult only gets full damage if you hit her first. So, because it loses damage each target it hits.
Right.
You hit that guy first, so it's going to be way less damage on her. So you won't be able to ever kill her when she has that much health if you hit something else first.
I think at that point, I just wanted to like keep pressure on them, so I fired it, and then figured I would get the cooldown back quick enough with, firing spells, landing Qs.
All right. So one of the things you do need to work on is CSing under tower. You could have EQ'd there as well.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'm gonna be. Oh, auto. Okay, I'm gonna be real picky here. Okay.
Mhm.
In the moment, I'm not too mad because this shit can just happen, right? Okay. When you saw him, the circle is here, and you flash backwards. If you would have flashed forward, does she
Just
live?
engage on her right away.
Yep. He's up here.
Uh,
You kill her.
yep. Because her ult's down
Her ult's down.
at this point.
Oh no, it's
No,
not.
no,
She used it
her
a
ult
minute
is
ago.
not down. She didn't
But
use it to get out
it doesn't
earlier.
even matter. She'll have to use it.
Yeah,
Is what my point is.
yeah.
And none of this shit's gonna hit you. And he's way up here. He can't
And
even
if that
eat
doesn't
her.
hit me, then I'm like 90% health going after someone who's at 40. Like I
Right.
should just win that.
And
Oh,
you can run her down. Okay, additionally, if you'd have just stood perfectly still, you probably would not have gotten hit with anything. And then you could have 2v1 this guy, I suppose, but he's slippery. You don't want to try to fight him. She could die.
hmm.
Okay, so that went down, and right here, you've you've suffered from a fatal trap. Okay? And that is, oh God, somebody hit all the stuff on me. I've got to run now because I just got bursted, right?
Hmm.
His burst is gone. He didn't have anything left. He hit you with everything. This is when you trade back. And so she's coming in to burst you.
I should just be firing on her.
Yeah, because here's the
Yeah.
thing. She comes in to burst you. All of her damage after this comes from pulling this shit back at her, right?
Right.
So if you eat a right here, this goes whoop and
Yeah,
misses, and
she can't
you
use her main day
blast the
offshores.
shit out of her.
Right.
And then she has to ult this way because you surprised her, right? And if
Hmm.
you, like I said, if you E to here and then Q, like E, Q straight down, she goes, oh shit, panic ults that way, and you just keep walking like this. The ult won't hit you, and you can just kill her.
Instead
And
of eating
and none of
backwards.
these feathers are
Yeah.
a danger to you, nor are these feathers.
Right.
You just go out this way and kill her. Also, you have like one of these damage potions, and you have this. Don't take Klepto. You don't use it.
I thought I was supposed to sell a bunch of the potions, but so you're not supposed to.
No, I would just use it in that situation. I mean,
Okay.
potions are okay. Well, and then here's another nitpicky thing, right? Whenever you're dead and you know you're dead, you got to do some damage. So like you're running backwards right now. She's gonna throw all these at you. I would be autoing whenever she comes down. Like watch.
Mhm.
Like auto right here because you are already dead. And if you get off the auto and the Q, she will die to tower and you will get the kill. See? Like if you auto here,
Hmm.
the tower's gonna do that,
And the auto will take her
or
down
maybe that,
half.
and the
Yeah.
auto may kill her. And if you got auto and Q off, then you would definitely
And
kill
she's
her.
just dead. Yeah.
And you trade 1 for 1. And Nautilus lives. Does that make sense?
Hmm.
Because you know you're dead. I mean, you're already in auto attack range, so you might as well go out swinging. You'd be surprised at the amount of times that I just decide to turn on somebody because I know I'm dead, and then I end up killing them all. And I went, huh.
Just fuck it, I'm fighting now.
Yeah, like, well, I guess I have to fight. because you have, you know what I mean? Like, I don't have another choice. I'm gonna die, so I'm gonna try to burst somebody. Stop
Him,
typing.
him not using his R just kind of.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
was not a happy camper.
your
Like
Nautilus
obviously, I'm
is.
not playing
Well, here's the
perfectly,
thing. Your
but
Nautilus is not good, but you cannot focus on anybody else in the game at all.
yeah.
It's they're never gonna get better, and odds are you're not gonna see them again, right?
Yep,
So if that's
that
the
is true.
case, it does not matter. Spend your time raging at them or whatever. You can EQ there, but I wouldn't because again, he's not gonna die, and it'll put yourself in engage. Okay, you gotta stop doing that. Okay, you could have killed her. So
Without dying,
yeah,
pretty sure I'm like just auto dead
look
there,
at
aren't
this. They have all these minions that they have to deal with. They're tanking them right now, right? So if Talia isn't a thing,
I? Hmm.
right, you should be here harassing the shit out of them because
Hmm.
they can't fight you back or they tank all these minions. And
Hmm.
so they have to use all their shit clearing these minions. And if they have to use all their shit clearing these minions, then
Nothing's hitting me.
yeah, nothing's hitting you. So first that, but then Talia's a thing. So hang on. But okay, so she's now cleared and blah, right? I hate that ultimate because I don't know why you're trying to push the wave so hard. You just got back, you have full everything, and there's no reason for it, right? Also, you need a ward in this bush. You have one right there.
Hmm.
Because you need to know that Rakan's not in here. Because Rakan has ult now, which means that if he's within W range of you, you're dead.
We're gonna get crunched.
Yep. So you have to make sure that that's not the case, which means you have to have vision of this bush if you're going
Hmm.
to get within that far away from it, which you are.
Yep.
Okay. But yeah, that ult, if you shoot it through the minion wave, it does like very little damage. Whereas if you can get it off in a 2v2 fight, like over here, and you through this, it'll do a shit ton of damage. So, anyway. I know the cooldown is low because you're hitting Qs and shit, so it goes down, right? But okay. So, here we go. Okay, so she's coming in. Auto. Right away. Right? And then Q her because you're point blank range after the auto. Okay, these two are not in this fight because they cannot get to you. They're too far away on engage range.
Hmm.
His ass should be on her. You guys should 2v1 her and then walk out.
Hmm.
I mean, I know the wall's there, but you can get over the wall and they have to tank the minions. So here's if this was played properly, what would happen? She would die because you two would kill her. You'd just burst her to death, right?
Hmm.
And then these two will try to engage on you, but he will tank a ton of minions. So he'll come in on you at about that much health because he's going to tank all these minions getting to you, right?
Right.
And then you're going to end up in a 2v2 where he's going to die to like you and Nautilus bursting because your burst gets back up quick, right? And then you're in a
Yep.
2v1 against her. And she's way too far back. He can gap close. She cannot.
She's just gonna have to take a leisurely stroll up
I
through the
mean, it's going
lane.
to take, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds.
That's two Qs and an E and three autos from me on Talia.
Yep. So, like, disjointed ganks like this are just fucking amazing. This
Okay.
is like opportunity to turn a triple kill.
I think what had happened for me is I freaked out and just tried to get over the wall as quickly as
Right. Well,
possible.
here's what you did. Oh my god, there are 3 of them and 2 of us. They win.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
what this actually is oh my god, there's 1 of them and 2 of us, and these 2 don't exist.
All right.
We win. Right? And then after we win, oh my god, there's 1.5 of them. Or I'm sorry, there's half of them because she's not going to be in the fight yet.
All right.
Right? There's
And
half of
Nautilus could
them
just turn on
and
him and
one and
all
a half of us.
that would
Then
clear
he
him out pretty
dies.
much. Yeah.
And then she overcommits, and you're Ezreal, and hopefully you can like not die to her real quick by just walking out of the line of the feathers,
Mhm.
right? And then Nautilus actually does something for once, and oh my god, we win, right? Because this isn't a 3v2, this is a 2v1,
Right.
right? Like I can draw this box,
You're
and
stuck in here with me, kind of thing.
yes, it is 100%.
Yeah.
So see, because you're not even autoing her right now. You're just going. I have to get to this wall, and I
Right.
have to E over it.
Yeah.
Right?
That is what I'm doing.
If you had autoed her twice, here I'll just do this. Okay, that's 3 autos by the time I'm to this point in the game. Right? 3 autos. 1, 2. That's probably 3 right there because I drew my lines bad. She'd have that much health gone with 3 autos from you. Right?
Hmm.
And your E will do. And then you would have had 2 Qs if you'd have started with Q
Right.
and done another Q.
The Nautilus ult will just. That's
And
it. She's
then,
dead.
yeah, Nautilus ult is just butter. You're somewhere out here now, and she's totally dead. Right there. And then Nautilus ult was good because it knocked him up too, so you're not in any danger from him either. You know, like, and look, you didn't even hit shit. You hit 1 E and 1 Q and Nautilus ult.
All right.
And this much damage was just E and Q. That's this much damage. Come on, man. You're
That's
stronger than you think you are. Stop counting numbers.
that's some live action tilt right there.
Well, it's just panic.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm not. It's like I'm like going back watching this with a clear mind. It's very obvious that I'm not thinking clearly, just not making good decisions with the information in front of me.
Oh, don't go in, Kha'Zix. Don't go in, Kha'Zix. Oh, you can kill him. Okay, you can kill him. So I knew what you were doing because you're like, oh, he's gonna come at me, right?
Yeah.
And you
Yep.
baited him because you knew he's right here,
Hmm.
right? So you're gonna hit him. Then you're gonna walk back. She can't join. Too many minions.
Yep.
Because if she fights through, she's gonna have to go
She's gonna
around
get
these
wailed.
minions in that way. Well, no, I mean she's just minion blocked. Because she's gonna walk this way, then these are gonna aggro her too, and they're gonna move towards her. So it's gonna minion block her further. So her path to get to you has to be like this,
Hmm.
which is an awful path to have to run if you're trying to pursue somebody who's running up this way, right? Okay. So he's going to go in on you. He missed.
Yeah.
Right there. And now, see, right now you know this dude is fucked. So W his ass.
Should be in
Like
deep doo.
auto W E whenever he starts to run away from you. Auto Q. He's dead.
I should have E to the right.
Yeah, right over
Looking at
here.
this now, I E backwards just because I freaked out, and so
Yeah,
I'm engaging him. I should have E to the right.
and
If I
see,
E to the
like,
right, then I'm up here next to him,
you're right here.
and I get two more auto attacks in that I just missed, and
Yep,
he's dead.
and he's dead.
Uh, Suck.
Like, okay, so whenever people play against Blitz, right? I always tell people like, if you okay, you got to cue that one and auto this one.
Yep.
Okay, I always tell people if you don't commit to dodging the Blitz hook, you will lose to Blitz every time, right? Because all he has to
Sure.
do is just kind of walk forward,
If
and
you
then you're
don't
like,
plan for it.
oh God, he's gonna hook me. So then you just run backwards, right? And if you do that, you've conceded the lane. And everybody's like, oh my God, Blitz is so strong. Like, he's not, though. It's just you're playing against him like you're never going to dodge a hook. You're just going to, I don't know. You know what I mean, though, right? Does that make sense?
Yep.
With Rakan, you're playing like I'm never going to get caught. Like, I will always be safe, right? But you need to be like, oh, am I being safe here or am I just going to kill him? That needs to be your mindset shift,
Mm.
right? Like, not just like, what do I need to do to kill him here?
Yeah, I definitely didn't have a good grasp on my own strength. It seems in a lot of
And you can EQ there,
situations.
but I don't know. No, never mind. You can.
I think EQ gets me killed there.
Yeah, I thought about that again. I didn't like that after I said it. EQ gets you killed there. You're right.
If the tower was at like
Yeah,
40%,
if the
then
tower
maybe I
had
could get
more
doing
damage,
something.
you could have done it, but tower was
Because
too
I had
low.
flash. Mm.
I mean, the reason I was saying the EQ there is because you would have bursted Rakan down to so low health that he couldn't have fought you back. And then if Zyra had, or not Zaya had tried to fight you back, she would have been under tower tanking it, and I think you could have won that.
Hmm.
You guys gotta get some words here. Okay, so now that the tower has gone down, you have no safety. So in order to move any kind of distance forward, you need to be thinking, how long will it take me to get to safety, right?
Yeah.
Like, how long will it take? And to do that, I need to have all the paths to me covered that far, right?
Hmm.
So I'm just gonna doodle a little bit here, right? So let's use this line, right? Now you're here, so I need to draw this kind of length as a jungle path. So you need to have at least out to here warded, right? And then
Hmm.
what if they come in this way and they go over this wall to get to you, right? Because who's their jungler? I don't even know. I haven't even looked.
Talia.
Talia. Okay, she can come in on her ult from a million miles away, right?
Hmm.
So literally anywhere you are potentially ganked, and it's even more terrifying with a Talia. So you have to have vision here, vision over here, like that would make, and then all the way back. And the further back, because I mean, if they go this way, they're behind you. Because the first opportunity you will see them is here,
Hmm.
and then you're fucked where you're standing now.
You're just dead. Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? So to do this, you need vision here to cover all of these entrances, and vision here, and maybe even vision here, like in this area.
Hmm.
Like you need to be able to see all that before you can move anywhere near this far forward because you don't have a tower anymore. And if I'm good at jungle, I'm going to be looking to kill your ass here. Because I know you have to run that far to get to safety. And even if I can't kill you, I can force you away from your wave where you lose relevance. Because what are you going to do? Kill this? Oh no, he got the grump. Right?
Yep.
Buy pink word. You have 270 gold. And you need vision. Okay. Why was that a bad idea?
I just was not looking at people engaging.
No. Not even worried. Like right here. Why is it a bad idea to shoot your ult right there?
I mean, I
There's two
didn't fire it.
answers.
Didn't fire it early enough to get the cannon, which is what I
Okay,
was trying to do.
that's answer number one. Now what's answer number two?
Uh, don't know.
Okay. I'll give you a hint. You have no vision. We just talked about this. You can't go this far to CS. You don't have any vision. So you need this wave to come to you so you can actually CS it.
Mm-hmm.
By pushing this wave with your ult, that will not happen. It'll freeze, like right here. Because I think you hit these, but you don't hit anything in the next wave.
Yeah.
And so it will take forever, and it'll build a very slow freeze, because these guys, this is going to take a little bit of damage from these guys.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll still keep pushing, probably. But very, very slowly, it will amass a very big wave. But it's
Mm-hmm.
too far down for you to actually CS it safely. So the last thing in the world you want to do is push right now. Okay. And I honestly, I don't give a shit about the fight going on there, because the only thing you could do is ult snipe somebody, even if you hit it perfect, and the odds aren't great for that. But like right now, Talia can actually get behind you, and you just used E, and she is behind you, and you need to be collapsing on that with Kha'Zix. Go, collapse up. Too late. Just push. See, you could have killed her before she got out of there, and that fight could have been entirely turned. You're not orb walking. I'm gonna back that up. Okay, so this fight has started. You need to be moving towards it. And now it's disengaged. So you go back towards the lane, because there's nothing you can do right now, right? And then, oh, you see Talia coming in. You should not E, because Talia is behind you.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to need that E. But regardless. So that's fine, we got the minion. You see Kha'Zix is going to come in on Talia, right? You
Yep.
should be going right through here. The reason is that you go this way and not that way, right? Is
Because she'll come
because,
down that way.
well,
That's where
she
she's going to run
has
to.
to.
Mm-hmm.
Because if she realizes that you're breaking off this wave to attack her and you go this way, she can just run that way, right? If you go this way, then she will either, one, she'll have to have the map awareness to actually spot you. Two, you can see us this wave as you go. And three, it gets you into a good flanking spot on the fight.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so you go 1,000, 2 1,000. I'm just gonna 3 1,000, 4 1,000, 5, and now she's running by the time
So I should be over in the
you'd be about
bush,
right,
river bush.
right here, about right there.
Oh, we would have just killed her.
Yep, you'd have been right here probably. And if you had had your E, which you would in 2 seconds from now, you would have E'd and Q'd and done damage. And look how much she escapes with. See, Kha'Zix is on her. You can't see her health bar, but you will in just a second.
1Q.
Yep. So she's dead before that fight even starts. And now, and he didn't have to go that deep, so he might add some more hit points. And you're now standing right here. And if you hadn't used your ult, you're standing right here with ultimate. How much different of a fight is that?
Talia's dead, and then Zaya probably dies before she even gets to ult.
Yep. Because here comes Zaya. And so she's going to ult. And then
So
you
my
are
ult gets fired
auto.
here, probably.
Well, no, you are auto. Like, because you would have been up here, right?
Yeah.
Which means that she can't afford to chase this anymore. Either that or she's chasing it into her death. But it changes everything because you have presence. So, if you would have gotten off 2 autos, a Q, and you already used your E probably to kill Talia, but she's at this many hit points, he may be able to burst her to death. He may be able to kill her, right? Either way, this is a totally different fight, but you were late. Okay.
Missed my Q there too. That was pretty bad.
Well, that's I don't even care about that. But watch your orb blocking. Okay, so there's one auto. There should be a second auto. Third auto. Whoops. Fourth auto. 4 autos. Is she alive?
Nope.
There you go. You didn't orb block. That's 4 autos worth of damage. She's dead.
Mm-hmm.
Probably 3, she's dead. Right? But yeah, what would have been a triple for her, right? Or what was a triple for her? And see, like that. Come on, man. Go get them. They're right there. Could have gotten a kill with some heads up play, but whatever. What would have been a triple for her would be wiped off the books. She would have had one more death. So your 6 and 2 Talia would have been 3 and 3. How much different of a game is this right now?
Pretty different.
Yeah. By the way, that's like the second time I've seen you use teleport this game.
Hmm.
Just don't. Just don't take it anymore. You're not using it. And there were a lot of times you could have used heal really effectively. Just because it's going on in the LCS does not mean it's good. And by the way, I would have E'd forward there. Even though I know I'm burning my deal, right? And the reason I would have E'd forward there is because you had your support right in the bush over here.
So I could bait him.
So you could bait him in, and he's tanking a minion wave. So even if he trades back on you, that's fine. Because you're going to outdamage him with a minion wave. And you're going to do a lot of good bursts there. And I don't think he's going to be able to kill you, not with your support there. You E backwards on the drop of a hat, man.
Yeah, I'm a little terrified at this point. A little gun shy.
Well, there's something you should be gun shy of. Because that dude is What the fuck was he thinking? Where's the Camille at?
She chased the Vigar off, killed him.
No, no, I mean, where was she at? I didn't see her
Oh.
there. I guess that's what he was thinking. You guys can dive that, and you should be. Oh. Oh. Before that. Okay. Why didn't you ult there? Because, I mean, you can... So, right there, ult.
Mm.
You go, blam! And then you EQ, and he's dead. Ult EQ, he's dead. And you know you're going to hit because he's wedged in between two of your people and he's stunned. And he's
Right.
next to a Nautilus who's going to root him. And so he's rooted and he's stunned and you can't miss. And he's also right in front of the minions. You're going to hit him first for full damage. Just ult first here. See, like, you eat in, which puts you in his ult range. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's like, yeah, you could have ult and then EQ'd him to burst. EQW even. You're not using your W at all. I don't think I've ever seen you use your W this game. I know it doesn't really do any damage, but... And also you could have E'd forward there and killed him under tower. If you'd have just kept going forward. Why? Okay. I don't... That's fine. That was well done. My god, man, you were literally only using your ult for wave clear. Okay, so that was a pointless trick. So the EW thing, right?
Mm.
Unless you can slickly pull that off in a team fight, which you won't ever really be able to do. The only time you should ever use the EW trick, or the main time you should use the EW trick, is when you're taking a tower. To do it here on the minion wave, it just deprives you of an escape if somebody comes in and tries to kill you. Also, you're pushing really far here with zero vision on the map.
I should have had my long range ward by now too.
Because, I mean, shit, like, all this, except for what your minions see here. But with the exception of that, literally, this whole area, and I'm just gonna... That is all unknown.
It's a lot of dark space.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Do you see what I'm saying, though? Like,
Yeah.
it looks a lot more devastating when I color it all in.
This is your stupid area.
Do
Do you see how much stupid
you
areas
see
on the
how
map?
much stupid there is? A lot of it. You know, but I mean, shit, man.
Yeah.
Like, literally, the only vision you've got is this.
Right.
Like, that's it. Everything else, totally black. You cannot do this. You're not getting punished for it right now, but the higher you climb, you will get absolutely. This is like juicy bait. The only reason you should ever do this at higher elos is if you're trying to bait the jungler to come kill you.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, granted, you can see 4 people on the map right now, so I'll give you that. but I doubt you knew that. That's just super dangerous. You're burning your only escape for 6 seconds, and you don't even really get anything out of it.
Yeah, it just kept my passive up. That's all it did.
And then there's your con. He's the only one, so you actually could be fucking him up right now. Because if you'd been paying attention to your mini-map, you know that the 4 of them are spotted up here. Right? So
Right.
that actually cues you in that you could go aggressive on him because he cannot 1v1 you. Yeah. No. Yeah. Keep going. Why are you so scared? He cannot 1v1 you. Okay. Walk up here. Flash E Q.
Hmm.
He's dead. And then just walk out.
And I know his W's down at this point.
Yeah, you know his W's down.
I just saw him W out of my ult.
And he is dead. 100% dead.
Yeah.
And you need to do that now, or like actually you needed to do that a little while ago, because by now this fight has been over long enough that they could be anywhere
People
through
can.
here.
Sion could just press R and come kill me.
And well, I think he pushed on in the last team fight, so you don't have to worry about that, and he's dead. But that team fight ended long enough ago that they can actually be joining this dude right now,
Yeah.
and that's a concern. See, there they are. Kill him! Kill him! Kill him! God damn it! You see what I'm saying? Like, you could just kill him. He missed. And you should know that. You should know, like, my damage is enough. He has this much hit points. If he misses me, he's dead. Right? Because here's the, like, the difference between your state of mind and what mine would be at this point is I would have been looking to kill him here. Like, back here. And it would have already been on my mind that I am trying to kill Rakan. Right?
Yeah.
And,
Not run from him. Just make him
yeah,
dead.
and then whenever he comes in and he misses me with that, then I'm like, oh, now I'm definitely going to kill Rakan. Because he's standing still. And I'm like, oh, sweet. Auto, slow, Q, and W. Auto. He's dead. Hooray! Free kill. And then I just walk out. Right?
Hmm.
And that auto QW auto, that takes about a quarter of a second. There it is again. Ah, God, it hurts my soul. You are so much stronger than you think you are at this. Okay, so there are a lot of supports. And I think maybe you just, if you played a lot more support, you'd understand where I'm coming from, right? But there are a lot of supports in the game that if they miss their shit on you, they do no damage. But if they hit their shit on you, you're going to die. Right?
Like Brand.
Yeah, okay. Brand. Pike. Rakan. Bard. Right? Less Bard than
Less so
the
Bard
others.
because of Meeps, but yeah,
But
I see what you're saying.
they're like, if they miss their shit, they are zero. Blitzcrank. If he
Yeah,
runs
yeah,
at you and he misses a hook,
it's the
then
original example.
then he has an auto attack thing that knocks you up, and he's
Right.
slowed because his W slows him after he misses. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, so you have a slowed dude who's gonna gimp away with you that can't get an auto attack range, and it's like, or Morgana, she misses her Q. What does she have? A pool
Yeah.
and weak mage auto attacks. Every time she misses your Q, you should be jamming a broomstick up her ass. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
that's punish time. But instead, people are like, oh, woof, I dodged the Q. Thank God.
Better run circles for 5 seconds.
Yeah, well, they just go, oh, good, I dodged the Q. Thank God she didn't hit me. Well, I guess we get to do that song and dance again in another 6 seconds. You know what I mean? Like, and if you think this way, you're guaranteed to lose that lane because you're not punishing. Right?
Right.
All right. Okay. You're either getting baited or she's really dumb. She's really dumb. Okay.
I guess she was probably trying to get those guys to come in, but
Doesn't
I
that
don't.
little white potion cause you to see wards and kill them?
That's the pink one. That's the white one is a mini elixir of fire.
Oh, okay.
The pink one is the mini oracle
You
extract.
really need to stop using your ult for wave clear so much. No, Niles, what are you doing?
He knew Camille was there, or sorry,
Okay,
Bug
if he knew,
was
all
there.
right. He beat me on map awareness there. Fine, that was actually good. I take it back. Nautilus, props to you, buddy. That I'll tell you this though, that could have gone really bad if Callista had ult in particular.
If wait,
I mean, not Callista.
oh, if
You know the one I'm talking
yeah,
about.
so
Zaya, that one. If
yeah.
she
I
had
mean,
ult,
Callisto ult
that
would
could have
also
gone
be
really
very
bad
bad too.
because you would have like it would have just been locked down under turret.
Yeah,
By the way, you have so many opportunities that your ult can make a huge difference, but because you keep blowing it on wave clear, wave clear, it's not available when you need it.
mm.
Or are you gonna do the thing where you buy archangels too?
Yeah. I will be getting an archangel in this game.
I would have probably bought the other component first. The other component to your last whisperer item. Because that item sucks dick in its form.
Just the armor pen.
Yep. That part is just really bad. Like if you look at its stats, it's really bad until you combine it.
Huh.
Because it's only like it
And that
switches from
thing's
like bonus to total, which is a huge thing, and the number is super low. What is she trying to do? You're not gonna
in
beat
that
a
case, I probably
Fed
shouldn't have bought it
assassin.
then, because I stacking the tiers like I think the first priority,
Archangel
or I
stacks
could just be
super
way off.
fast.
But
Full combined Archangel stacks 6 a second, or 6 a hit. Manamune actually stacks slower. And you don't really need to stack the staff as much. Because the staff, it just gives you the shield. Right?
is there any other damage bonus, or is it just the shield?
Just the shield. As
Just
far as I know.
not irrelevant, I guess, against Vigar, but
No, I mean, it's not bad. It's just like, it'll
maybe the
stack
armor pen
anyway.
would have been better against Scion.
It'll stack anyway, and you already have the stacked mana from the Manamune, so it's not like you really need the mana. You can kill her right now. You can kill her. You can kill him.
And I just killed myself.
Yeah, it turns out there wasn't. Unfortunate. But if you would have committed to the outplay there, because like whenever, I wish you'd hover over that other item. Hover it, hover it, hover it. Ah. I wanted to read what you got whenever you, supporting this day of age is a waste of fucking time. Amen, Rakan. That's true. I agree with that.
He even runs like a Naruto character.
He
When he
does,
ults.
actually. I will be the Hokage of the Leaf Village. Rakan.
He's got the Super Saiyan hair. It works.
All right.
Yeah, I still don't have my long range ward. Yikes.
And you still haven't used either of your other ones. So, okay, let's just do this. I really don't need to watch the rest of this game because there's already enough to tell you that I will swamp you if I tell you more,
Yeah.
right? Because I'm going to boil this down into three things, right? One is try to kill instead
I'm
of
not
live.
recognizing my own kill pressure. That was helpful to go back over this
Like
because I
try to
definitely
kill
didn't see it in the game.
try to kill instead of try to live.
Yeah.
At early elos, it is far better to master bloodthirstiness than it is to master survival.
Hmm.
Okay? At higher elos, you can start drawing it back and say, "Okay, when am I being over aggressive?" Right? Cuz here's
Hmm.
the thing. Being aggressive properly wins the game. Like
Right.
that's how you get edges, that's how you extend edges, and that's how you take over a fucking game. That is how you learn to snowball in League of Legends.
Hmm.
Okay? If you don't do this, you will never snowball except the rare times in which it drops in your lap. Okay?
Right.
So that's number 1 is we're going to try to kill everybody instead of try to live. And I don't mean like just stupidly walk face first into them every 5 seconds, right? But in
No,
all of
I
those
see what you're saying.
situations that I showed you tonight that you could have had kills if your mindset had been this, you would have gotten a bunch of kills, right?
Hmm.
The other thing is if you think like this, it forces you to try to go for outplays, which will like you will automatically fail those. Okay? So you're going to lose and you're going to die a lot. That's fine. That's good, right? I don't know of anybody who like got on skis the first time and just instantly slooped down a mountain,
Right. Now
right?
you had that bicycle kick example too.
Right, or yeah, like a bicycle kick. You're gonna land on your back the first like three,
You,
4, 5 times you try to do it, and then you're
right.
gonna figure out how to do it to where it doesn't hurt, and then you're gonna start scoring goals with it, right? I mean, it's you have to try for outplays before you will train yourself to learn how to do it,
Hmm.
right? And then once you do learn how to do it, then you're gonna be a monster because nobody else at this elo commits to outplays. They just don't.
Right.
Okay. Number 2. Why do I have level 2 written there?
This was a big dumb idiot and was standing a mile back off the minion wave when I was 1 minion away from level 2.
You know when it is. You know when you're going to get it. You
Yeah.
need to be ready instantly to do something about it. Right? So just be closer.
Yeah.
This in silver is if I were to make a video that's like number 1 way to get out of silver, that
The
would be
one
it.
weird trick that the pros won't tell you.
Yeah, no, that would be it. That is literally it. And
Mm.
everybody looks at me like I'm crazy whenever I'm like, yeah, you can just force it all in, level 2 right there, and you win. That works all the way to fucking diamond. Seriously. Every single game. Okay. And then 3. Your tower CS needs a lot of work.
Yep.
Okay, plan stuff out, it's sloppy, whatever. Right? That's just practice.
Hmm.
Okay? And then if I if I had to give you okay, actually I will. I will give you a fourth and a fifth. Fourth ward.
Yeah.
Look, you remember I told you your stupid area last time? That was your words, by the way, not mine. Whoop.
Yep.
Hold on, I'm being unfair. Technically, you have the dragon pit warded, so I can't be that bad. But god damn it, get the pencil. And for the record, like this is you.
Yep.
This is a problem, right? Like, that's just a problem.
Yeah.
And then aside from like warding and not solo pushing, like stop using your ult for wave clear so much. There are times when you want to do that, but you're not doing it at those times. Lose heal or lose this summoner spell. It's not doing you any good. You're not using it effectively. In fact, I would go as far as to say never use teleport at all, even as a top laner until plat. This is the point at which you should really be using teleport. Because before this, you won't make the macro plays with it that it needs to be made. Right? It's just a faster way to get back to lane before plat.
Hmm.
So, would you rather win a 2v2 or get back to lane 10 seconds faster or 15 seconds faster every 3 minutes?
Gotcha.
I mean, that's it. So, um, so yeah, I said ult for wave clear. Don't do that anymore. And there was something else I was gonna say, but I don't remember what. I thought I've covered enough. I don't want to brain overload you. Do you have any questions or anything?
Nope. I don't know. It feels like understanding my own kill pressure is a real big problem, and I need like that's
Oh
just
yeah,
I need to like just get used to being like gotta be okay with losing an all in because I mechanically didn't do it perfectly, but I made the right decision.
yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna say two things because you just said something that teed me off, right? Uh,
Yeah.
in a good way. Not like teed me off like I'm mad, but no. Um, two things that this is generic advice for everyone. Your shit needs to be in terms of percentage health.
Hmm.
And you just said the keyword of like decision making, right? Whether, oh, is it a mechanics problem or is it what, right?
Hmm.
People do this kind of stuff all the time. Oh man, I fought that and I died, and then therefore it was a bad idea to fight it,
Right.
right? That is dumb. That is absolutely results based thinking, and it will cause you to play poorly. The
And it's
reason
not
I,
where you want to be.
well, no, the reason I say that is because if you just look at everything and say, well, how did it turn out? Then it must have been bad. Then you're not analyzing like whenever I broke down that fight for you, I was like, well, if you'd done this, this, and this to Rakan, he'd be dead, and then you have a 2v1 on Zaya, then she's dead,
Hmm.
right? Or that time that you got ganked by the Talia,
Talia, yeah,
and I'm like, oh,
it's a 2v1
you
against
could
her,
have
not
done this, this,
3v2.
and this, and then she's dead,
Right.
right? And then you would have turned and killed the other two, right?
Right.
So, but like, yeah, like when you fled the wall and you did all that damage or whatever, and she escaped, you're like, well, we got ganked. We should have blocked. Well, that was bad on us. We should have probably warded out here, so we know that Talia was coming, right?
Hmm.
Well, that's actually bad because you really missed an opportunity to do something else that would have been significant. And if you don't think of these things in the point of view of like, what is the optimum thing that could have happened if I would have executed properly, right? So, like, let's say I pick a fight and I execute it perfectly and I hit everything I tried to hit, right? And I still die. because I didn't have enough damage, or it just didn't get it, right? I can look at
Mhm.
that fight and say, I executed perfectly. It was a bad idea.
I,
I can objectively do that.
yeah.
But let's say that I miss one Q and it causes their support because they didn't die to be able to get off a full rotation of abilities on me, and then I end up dying to the other person after I finally kill that support. I can't be like, well, that was a bad engage. I shouldn't have done that. Because if I would have played it properly, I would have had more health to fight the other person with, and it may have been a completely different scenario, right? But
Hmm.
like, players that don't spend their full brain on analyzing stuff, that just go, oh, well, if my teammate had, or if this had happened, or blah, 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 and they don't think, like, they have to think, this is what would have happened in the perfect scenario, and if that had happened, was my decision good? Right?
Yeah, I mean, there were definitely at least three major times throughout what we've reviewed so far that, like, had I just known that my kill pressure was there and acted accordingly, I had an avenue. I had a door to walk through. I just had to open it to be able to turn a fight.
Mm-hmm.
And I just didn't, uh, like, even in some of my initial review on my own, I didn't see it. I didn't know that it was there.
Mm-hmm.
But then, like, you broke it down into percentages, and it's like, oh, holy shit,
Yeah.
this is a now I am looking at this situation with completely different eyes.
Perfect. So, yeah, remember to analyze your play, like, analyze how shit went with those same eyes.
No,
That's what I'm trying to get at. Because I've had people tell me, like, well, that was fucking stupid. And I'm like, well, no, if you would have went in when I did, that person would have been off the board. And then we wouldn't have been counterbursted.
hmm,
You know what I mean? Like, then that whole fight would have turned out differently. But because you didn't, I just got blown up immediately.
they got to throw their full combo on you, and then you
Right.
look like an idiot.
Right. I mean, don't analyze results based. Results based is bad analysis, and it
No,
will cause you to be more passive because you'll just be like, oh, results bad, so therefore I should never do this, right?
right?
And then you'll go, okay, so then that's in reality, that's not true, right? There are a whole lot of situations where that's not true, right? But so now this is now taken off the board. So I'm missing whatever opportunity that previously would have existed. So now I only have this left, and the next time that I have a bad result, I lose that much more,
Right.
right?
No.
And all of these things are aggressive plays that could have gone well, but because I mechanically failed, then now I'm just never going to do them again, right? And each time that happens, now my pool just gets smaller and smaller and smaller and
And that's
smaller.
really substantial for Ezreal because everything he does is mechanical.
Well,
Like all
sure.
his
Oh,
damage,
I'm just saying this is
kill
league
shot.
in general.
No.
Because, like, as I keep doing this, right, and as I keep taking stuff off, right, and well, now I'm never going to do this again because that's a
Your
bad
ranges of
idea.
players just getting smaller and
Yep.
smaller.
And then all of a sudden, I find myself playing stupidly passive because I only have this much of the game left. Because
No.
I've eliminated all this other shit for myself. I don't do this stuff. This stuff's stupid, right? So all that's gone, and now I can only play League in this little constraint. And it's
Hmm.
all passive play. And it's all when something falls in my lap that I win, right? And then
Right.
I go, God damn it, silver sucks. I can never carry myself out of silver because, everybody's so bad, right? If you are relying on your team to carry you, that's the mistake you have made. And if you only have this much of the game left and you're not making plays because you're scared of plays now because they turned out poorly in the past, you are at the mercy of your team because your team is the only one that has the capability of carrying you. You are floating at this point. You're neither doing good nor bad. You're just whatever your team does. If your team wins, you win. If your team doesn't, you don't. and then you get mad when they
That's
don't win for
definitely
you.
that feels like the place that I'm stuck in right now because I've got like I think just over 500 games in this season at this
Hmm.
point. I feel like I should have learned enough to move forward, and I'm not doing it. So
Well, here's the thing: you're not making enormous mistakes.
mm,
You're just making a whole lot of little ones that add up to be making a huge difference. Like the secret of this game is that diamond players give away less than silver players do.
mhm,
Like all those little like silver players tend to think like if this is the entirety of the game, right? Silver players tend to go, "Okay, a I should really focus on this thing because this thing is huge, right?" And diamond players are thinking like this: "Oh, I need to take this advantage and this advantage and this advantage and this advantage and this one and this one and this one. Oh, and also I'm going to take my level 2 advantage because that's a big one,
mhm.
right? And oh yeah, whenever Rakan tries to walk into the lane and he's separated from Zaya, oh, I'm definitely going to attack that, right? And now he's going to lose level 2, which is because I didn't let him come into the lane. Now we automatically get this advantage.
You're snowballing from the moment they enter the lane.
Yeah, like literally just with little piddly shit that
Hmm.
is inconsequential. And remember, it's only this thick. It's only this little line, but this little line became this whole thing.
Right.
That's the difference between diamond players and silver players. It's not like everybody who made diamond has like godlike mechanics, and everybody who made diamond is just like, oh my god, they're genius level good, right? That's literally only me.
Yeah, I believe that. Those are words I believe.
That's me joking, by the way. But I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, I got it.
that's 'cause, like that's it's just not true. It's just they're
Yeah.
exploiting these little things that add up to big things.
Hmm.
And like if I can beat you out of like 50 gold here, 50 gold there by pressure or by movement or by controlling the minion wave or by doing whatever, and I do that 6 times, that's a kill. And now I'm a
Right.
kill ahead of you.
Right. Or at very worst, you just send somebody home and they miss a whole wave and a half or some
Hmm.
nonsense.
And I mean, like EXP is a huge advantage
Hmm.
that people just don't. They look at kills and they look at numbers and they go, "Oh my God, there's 3 of them and 2 of us. I'm scared." Right? Well, you can still win those. You just got to play them right.
Yeah, I just need
So
to understand what I'm capable of.
yeah.
So that was huge. Like just breaking that down,
All
understanding the
right.
percentages.
Do you feel any better?
Yeah, no, that was really good.
Okay.
Um,
So here's what I want you to do. Work on those things that I numbered off. Right? So every
right.
game, I want you to be really doing the level 2 thing. Sometimes your support's not going to be there. In fact, I would say most of the time your support's not going to be there. Right? But
Yeah,
you
yeah.
need to be ready to pull the trigger if they do. If
And I
they
mean, I guess
if
most of
they
the
don't,
time when you go nuts, they usually follow. They're just gonna be behind you.
sure. But I mean that can also be bad if you end up getting too close to tower or something. But but keep in mind it's very difficult to lose a trade at level 2 unless it's a 2v1.
Mm,
You know what I mean?
mm,
At a level 2
mhm.
versus a level 1,
Right.
there's
The
it's
stats difference is like so significant, and
no, the
the whole
stats
move set.
different. You have 2 abilities.
Yeah.
Because I mean, here's the thing: it's a huge advantage even in solo lanes, right? But it's a ludicrous advantage when you have. Because think about it this way: I have 2 times the stat advantage. I have 2 times the damage advantage. I have 4 abilities in comparison to 2, right?
Right.
So everything is bigger, and I can and that those 4 abilities I focus on one smaller health bar.
Yeah. No, I think with Nami, I'm always very comfortable. I'm like ahead of the minion wave. I've got
Mm,
my bubble ready to go, but with ADCs, I'm
yeah,
not doing a good job of positioning myself to both get the all of the CS and be ready to leap forward. So that's good for me to
cool. So yeah, I want you to
be
focus
aware of.
on those things. I want you to focus on the warding. I want you to focus on the level two. I want you to focus on CS under tower because that you needed to put in some work there. You lost a lot of money on that.
Hmm.
And then whatever the other thing I wrote whenever I put it all down. Oh, the kill pressure thing and the percentages of health. I want you to be
Right.
focusing on trying to make outplays and trying to get kills rather than trying to not die.
Yep.
Right? Like commit to dodging that blitz hook. You know what I mean? And you
Right.
will fuck that up and you will die a lot. But
But eventually you'll learn
yeah, once you
how
do
to dodge it.
learn, you'll leap forward.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like think about it like one of those like cars that little kids have where you pull them back like 6 inches and then you let them go and they go forward like 30 feet.
Right.
That's what doing this will
That's what
do.
we're shooting for.
Yeah. Yeah, I know you're gonna fail. I know it, and you should know it. You will fail. This is a total disclaimer right now. It's going to happen. Don't be discouraged.
Yeah.
This is like it's like anything else. You got to lift weights to get stronger and it fucking hurts. And then if you manage the pain, then you like get ripped over time.
Mhm.
It's like that, except it's a lot faster in League.
Right.
Okay? All right. We'll end it here. Good stuff, though.
All right. Yeah. Thanks, man. That was like a 2 hour session. That was kind of insane.
Well, I didn't really intend for it to be that long, but we went on a roll. Felt good.
It was good. Yeah. It's just a lot of important stuff. So I appreciate it like a lot.
No problem,
So
dude.
a lot to work on. All right, man. Hopefully I'll be able to show it off in the next community games.
Amen, brother.